Welcome back to C&K's Casual College Chats.
Today we're going to be talking about time management and money management.
So this is a really big struggle, but also important thing for college kids to learn and to be good at dealing with. And it's good for high school students and adults too, but I feel like this is a really big factor in college because you're kind of going from teenager and less responsibilities to adulthood.
College, you're going to be having classes in the mornings, classes in the afternoons, different sporting events, Greek life, parties, homework, and if you have a job, you're going to have to go to. So there's so many different things you're going to have to manage throughout the day.
I feel like each year of college, the responsibilities and the tasks that you have to do every day increase because freshman year you're living in a dorm, so housing isn't really a major responsibility, and most freshmen don't have jobs. And then sophomore year and junior year, your classes are getting harder, and you're either getting an apartment or moving into a sorority or fraternity house, so that's more living responsibilities, especially if you're getting an apartment, as well as a lot of students get jobs during those middle years because you'll have to pay for your apartment or pay rent or however your living situation is. And then with senior year, you're trying to finish out strong with your degree, get your degree, meet all your graduation requirements. You'll definitely be living in an apartment or a house by this time. You should have a job because after college, you're going to be starting like your real life in the real world. So each year, more responsibilities and more tasks are being put on you.
A lot of students in college who don't have a job at the time, they have to rely on their parents to pay for everything. So all of their extracurricular activities have to be paid for by their parents.
I feel like this can be really limiting because obviously you want to go out and do fun things and make these memories before you enter adulthood in the real life. But without being able to provide for yourself, it's really limiting to have to rely on your parents. And also, you don't want to be greedy. You don't want to spend all their money, but you do want to be able to do things that your friends are doing or things that you want to do while you're still young and like kind of in your prime.
But for jobs, it's hard to handle everything when you have a job in college because you have to make sure you're getting yourself up, getting to class on time, but you also have all those extra things you want to do, like go to the parties, go hang out with your friends, and there's some mandatory things you're going to have to go to if you're in a fraternity or a sorority. So it's just sometimes really hard to handle a job throughout college.
I know a bunch of my coworkers go to Memphis and they will even be working like 30 to 40 hours a week and be fine. But then whenever I talk to students at SEC schools like Mississippi State, a lot of their jobs are on campus. Like mine and Campbell's tour guide back in April told us that he would help like restring tennis rackets as like a small side gig. One of our friends, he works at a restaurant right off campus, and a bunch of people will also be like a road runner, which is a tour guide, or they'll help on certain game days at certain stuff, or a bunch of girls will try to get jobs at boutiques that are in the college town, and just little small jobs like that until they're out of school and can get a full-time job.
So in your sophomore to senior year, when you're living in that apartment or that house, wherever you're at, you're going to have to do a lot more than you would do in a normal dorm. You're going to have to clean your bathroom all the time. You're going to have to do dishes, keep the keep the house clean. There's so many things you're going to have to upkeep throughout that time, as well as it being a lot more expensive than a dorm.
That goes back to time management by having to manage class, possibly a job, and then also like the utilities of your living space. Also, during the time that we're in right now, which is right before Christmas break and just getting back from Thanksgiving break, time management is really important because you're finishing out your courses for this semester. You're having to study for your midterms and your exams. You're having to worry about your final grades and passing these classes. But also, you're not going to see your college friends, or most of them, for about a month. So you still want to be able to make memories with them. Football season's ending, so you're still going to want to make time to go to the football games and to go out with your friends before you leave them for a month. So there's just a lot of different things that students will want to do in this short amount of time with all these things going on. So you really have to be good at managing your time and having your priorities in order.
So that's all that we have for you guys today. Come back next episode to listen about campus and summer jobs.